Oh, hello, my fellow gaming tankers. And this video, I know, so much content from me in the past week. But that's because things are happening in the world of Tanks and Modern Armor. Dark Realm season is hours away from ending and beginning truly dark times, Icebound season. But more on that later. First, got some chests here to open up before they are automatically opened up. And I decided to kind of do a little reveal video here with the chests and talk about the Dark Realm season. Most notably, the TLDR on this one is this is a great season. Well, compared to the previous ones, it's been great because we've seen a lot of progress. Mostly, I have to say this because they finally gave me a map boundary. More times for boosters. Great. Now, as long as I don't get any hay bales, please tell me there aren't hay bales in these Black Fridays. There's no more hay bales. Okay. Please no more hay bales. How many hay bales have you gotten this past week? Now, I know some of you were like, it's ugly, it's unnecessary, look at the map. I'm so glad you have learned how to play this game by looking at the map. It also explains why you never support me when I need support. Yeah. Please explain. Post a YouTube video explaining how you can look at the map, not at the battle or conflict in front of you, and still play this game. I'd like to know how to tank by looking at a map. What is your setup? How do you zoom in on that? Curious minds want to know. So yeah, map boundaries. Finally. Hold on. Get a little thirsty here. Need a little post-reflective drink. Now, that was just my major quality of life change, but there were several others. Mostly, we had a rebalancing, a reworking of equipment and commander skills. Some were lost, some were combined, some were added. Sixth Sense, finally, being made standard part of the commander skills. Yes, 3 days premium. Definitely going to need that because I want the Challenger 1 Mark III. Okay? Not a Challenger 3. We're not War Thunder here. We don't make up real tanks that haven't seen service yet, okay? There's my War Thunder jab. Trees and his dogs. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm still getting used to that. Some are great. Some are meh. Think there's more to come. They do like their baby steps, and they have some... The baby, the 11-ish, maybe more, depending on if you include the beta time, baby has taken some big steps. I know. I say taking steps forwards by sometimes going back. Alright. With all these live service games, they change things. They try new stuff. Some of it works. Some of it doesn't. Sometimes it's, the old ways are the best ways. Other times, hey, we've incorporated stuff that are part of the modern times or a new player base that has taken over. Good for the future of the game. What that future is, well, there's still an active player base. There's that. Numbers aren't what they used to, but more on that conspiracy later. The whole part of rebalancing we have is 3 more premium days, 6 premium days already. Great. Okay, thank you. I've earned all of these, by the way. I guess this is returning to pre 6.0 times of the whole vision range and concealment range and stuff, and now we no longer have micro concealing. And I'm coming from the cold perspective, so a lot of tanks, a lot of TDs and some lightnings are now detectable at range, as opposed to, oh, I just drove by the Weissel too. I didn't detect it. I had to try to both shoot at it to draw my team's attention and ping it, and do an e-brake turn so I could. Yeah, it's smoked and gone. Crap times, crap times. When an M50 Ontos drove by you undetected, that was funny because it's an M50 Ontos and it's not a huge stir. It's like, Jesus, look at that little thing go by. But when a Weissel does, especially the Mark 1 now, not pleasant times. There are still overpowered tanks, toxic tanks. Direct tank rebalance has not happened. That is something still to be worked on. We've also had as sort of reining in some, I don't know if you want to call them overpowered tanks, but at least in Expression Air 1, there's been some tweaking of terrain resistance. I think we still need to have more terrain resistant tests, but they've towed their waters more seriously into that outside of a test. So, yay. Of course, what came along with that was some accuracy changes on the name of slowing down the games, which I think that harmed more tanks than it helped. It is a bit awkward sometimes playing like a Leopard 1, or, you know, some of the British things be like, this actually is a little more reminiscent of what the Soviets had. Some of that reliability is gone. They're still accurate, especially now compared to the Soviets, because those also got nerfed, and so they're a little worse than they were before, and they weren't great to begin with sometimes. It's like, okay, I don't know if I feel that making more shots miss the mark is beneficial. Snapshotting, and especially at distance, I think we should definitely have another test. It is silly fun when you can lock on and penetrate an Abrams tank from 800 meters away while on the move, but is that realistic? I don't know. This is a video game, after all. It is a video game. Now, however, quality of life changes seem to be aren't ending. Going back to we had the booster menu reworked, and now we seem to be having coming in tomorrow's update. We are able to convert lower value boosters into higher value boosters. So for us booster hoarders, that means we get to hoard more powerful, more capable boosters and still not use them. Okay. Again, I kind of feel like maybe we should just get rid of the two of the lower quality boosters and just sell more higher value ones. I say that saying, well, you want them to sell the boosters as opposed to just giving us free boosters that if we earn those over time, we can then convert them to higher ones. That's not very free-to-play friendly. Well, they've been very friendly with us this season. I'm kind of worried, like, oh, we are getting baited, and here comes the Switch, and Christmas is just around the corner. And last season, they gave us one of the most toxic tanks in Era 2, the ELC even, and dangled in front of the collectors and those who don't play any other games and are willing to spend hundreds of dollars, I'm not joking, on a tank, the T-54D, that was mediocre, that you could only get in a chest. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. I think a lot of us at least us those who are vocal enough to post videos and stream, like, this not comfortable. And wargaming being a, you know, communism lost, capitalism won. So here we are going like, we're getting a lot of free-to-play stuff, but are we going to get en masse, make it a democratic, like, hey, everyone gets this toxic tank, access to it, versus, all right, is this year the toxic tank can we put behind an egregious paywall? Don't know. Insert comments about gambling laws in UK and stuff, and to the fellow Americans, inform our European and UK brethren about what new gambling app is available for your phone, because that's where America's going. So you can talk UK laws all you want. America still a powerhouse, and that will affect things going forward. Just saying. So now, brought up Winterfest 2024. Yeah, I think Dark Realms was actually the last bastions of light for this game as we enter Winterfest 2025. I think we'll follow on. All right. Will we have a unique story? Krampus seems to be involved. This appears to be Krampus. And does this mean, great, we get a good story, something interesting story? I mean, Toy Tank mode, I think we're all going to love it. Hell, the only time my son or children give a damn about this game, just to make fun of everyone who says this game they're trying to trick the children. I think you might want to realize the children you're talking about are probably in college that actually play this game, the youngest part of this generation. So, yeah, my son was like, hey, Christmas time, Toy Tank mode, can I play? Yeah, sure. Maybe, Wargaming Chicago, you should come up with a free-to-play toy tank game. You know, seeing as World of Tanks just can't get away from anything tank related. So yeah, Steel Panthers. You weren't even given a chance to give it a try. You got shot down. Oh man, the gold is slacked off. So, all in all, I think we will be both appeased with so much free-to-play content, boosters, premium time. Oh my god, that Trick or Treat, I must have gotten 20 days, maybe more, of premium days. I was shocked at how almost every other thing was premium time. I was like, damn. Aren't you supposed to be trying to sell premium time here? I was like, that was very appreciated. Again, I think it's, yeah, now 3 years ago, I bought a year's worth of premium time for the Christmas discount. I haven't really had to buy any yet, and as you can see, I am over 211 days. I mean, there's other ways. You buy certain packs and stuff sometimes, and it's part of that. Tank of the month. Hey, is the Charlemagne going to be the tank of the month for the next 3 months like the RDFLT was? That was the RDFLT, right? Yeah, that was like 2 months. Oh. So, I'm just worried that now we will have the blatant, well, we've got it good, and we've got it egregiously greedy. I do worry about that. On the other hand, I now have to find a regiment because the first Cold War regiment tank will be available for 30,000 gold. The T-58, I think, Air 1 3-round autoloader. And you know me, and if you're watching this, you are probably a Cold War main. If you're not, stick around for my Tanktivus video, my Festivus complaints and grievances video. I will acknowledge World War II's existence, because that is still the bread and butter of all World of Tanks. I wonder what our tier 11 is going to look like. Because clearly we don't have to be beholden to the Cold War rules. It's got a mode, and then tier 11. Oh man, Watt Stars is going to look like crap after that. Oh god, the fake tanks. Ah, yes, the fake tanks. So first, comment down below what you... Are you dreading or are you looking forward to Winterfest 2025? Now, I have been... This conspiracy theory I have been formulating mine, especially as Benedict Cumberbatch is part of World of Tanks. Yes, Doctor Strange is... No, not directly Doctor Strange. I don't think we could afford Marvel. But I've noticed a pattern. So we have Benedict Cumberbatch was... Oh, and The Walking Dead. Don't forget The Walking Dead. Going on right now. Was it this year or maybe the year before? We had Peaky Blinders. Obviously, who could not... You can't forget Mila Jovovich, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not subtitles, not that other word. Okay? I know. Arnie's last name can be automatic subtitling and get a little dumb. Very simple. So, a lot of Hollywood celebrities, a lot of television celebrities, and I have said every once in a while, bring it up. Wargaming is doing real collaborations. Don't forget the Doom collaboration. Don't forget Teenage Mutant Ninja collaborations. War Thunder has nothing of that. But everyone still brought up Fury. And I think someone in Wargaming is slowly working towards building up that Wargaming may produce a movie. I don't think they go for a TV show. You never know. Netflix is always interested in something, right? So, Wargaming has been making some inroads into Hollywood so they can produce a movie with what? Tanks. That. And as we've seen, they're willing to make up fake tanks. Whether it's PC, Blitz, or console here. What better avenue than to get some sort of release on a streaming service, or maybe even theaters with a film, of here's a tank movie. A fun action tank movie. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it does alright for Wargaming Strictly. Well, you've seen the tanks. Now play the tanks. And that, I think, is what is also being worked towards. If it isn't, Jesus Christ, Wargaming, if you're not doing this, you're stupid. That is dumb. Come on. Why not make Hasbro, Transformers, G.I. Joe? You've had G.I. Joe collaborations. They made a show to sell a toy. Okay? Make a movie to sell fake tanks in a video game. Simple math. Which is why I think they're going, because then actual celebrities, actual celebrity commanders. And I think I would not be surprised. When? I don't know. I think they're being careful, because films cost a lot of money nowadays, and that return on investment is kind of like, you're assuming that we put $400 million in this film. It can tank at the box office because we're going to make up sales in video game tanks, and premium time sales, booster sales. Sure about that? Because I don't know. From the video game perspective, it's like, yeah, there's some Anthem. Steel Panthers probably wasn't cheap. So yeah, I do think they are being very cautious with this, if it's true. It's not, technically, it's not true. I have no leaks, I have nothing, I'm speculating, so comment down below. Do you think you will see everyone wants oddball, so I'll give it to everyone's to a lot of Tinker's wet dream. Will we get a Kelly's Hero remake so we can have oddball as a commander? Who the heck What 25-year-old someone could we get to play oddball? That is the Donald Sutherland. It's really hard to picture anyone else. You know, Clint Eastwood, Kelly. There's still some strong-jawed action hero types today that could fill that role. I don't. Yeah. But damn, I don't think anyone could place Donald Sutherland as oddball. Woof woof. All right. Enough speculation, enough of these negative waves. I'm ending it there. Comment down below, like and subscribe. I hope you keep your shocks on the ground, iron jeans your favor, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.